Honda's performance wing, Acura, recently announced a 2023 Integra. In case you are not familiar with the name, Integra was an iconic model released in 1985, but discontinued some years later. However, now Honda is trying to resurrect it. And while the car shares much of its DNA with the new Civic, it is much better in terms of what it can actually offer its buyers. Acura is Honda's luxury subsidiary, largely based in North America. 1986 was the first time the brand was introduced in the United States and Canada. Although Acura was the first Japanese brand of its kind launched specifically for the luxury segment, it quickly blew its competition out of the water. The success of its flagship vehicle, the Legend, shook the competition and even spurred Toyota and Nissan to develop their luxury brands, which we now know as Lexus and Infiniti. However, the all-new Integra is just something else. While the world is moving towards SUVs and compact SUVs, Acura has something else in mind. The new Integra begins its life as a 5-door liftback sedan, aimed to replace the outdated ILX, which was an entry-level compact that struggled to build a name for itself in the class. Acura has actually opened the doors for its enthusiasts to draw similarities between the new hatchback and its renowned forebears by restoring the Integra name. The sedan has a very subtle yet aggressive design. While it may not attract much attention in general settings, it is by every means beautiful. It sports a curvy body that is cut by angular lines perfectly, giving it a sleek and aerodynamic vibe. The big black grille at the front and the unusual backlights further add to the car's character. What you get under the hood, however, is even more interesting. As already discussed, the new Integra is just a greased-up version of a regular Civic. Thus, it shares the same 1.5-liter 4-cylinder turbocharged engine as the Civic Si. The engine is not weak, however, and can make a staggering 200 horsepower or 192 pound-feet of torque. With this much horsepower, let us see how much petrol the Integra needs to run. According to the EPA, the most fuel-effective Integra model is the base model with the CVT, which gets 30 miles per gallon in the city and 37 miles on the interstate. When you upgrade to the a-spec variant with the manual transmission, fuel economy drops even more to 26 miles per gallon in the city and 36 miles on the highway. Equipped with an adaptive suspension system, all variants are front-wheel drive and have a continuously variable automatic transmission as standard. For the ones who like sticks, a-spec versions are available that come with 6-speed manual transmissions and a limited slip differential. In addition, this variant also adds an individual drive mode to Integra's drive mode selector switch, allowing drivers to remember a customized setting. Despite sharing many parts with the Honda Civic, Acura has made the cabin look right at home in its brand's portfolio. The sedan cabin does stand out by drawing style cues from the TLX sedan and RDX SUV while flexing a greater variety of color and slightly more expensive materials. Heated sports seats with faux leather upholstery are standard, and the a-spec models with the optional technology package add micro inserts too. The driver has 8-way power adjustment, while 4-way power adjustments are there for the front passenger. The rear seat is roomy enough for 2 adults to sit comfortably, but any more than that and you have a problem. The Integra's hatchback body type makes it significantly more cargo functional than the Civic Si's sedan-only body style. With 24.3 cubic feet of trunk space, the back seats may be folded flat for additional storage. However, the load-in height above the rear bumper is quite high, making it difficult to store large objects. Boxier rivals like the Volkswagen Golf GTI are significantly easier to pack. This is a downside of Integra. This aside, the Integra comes standard with a 10.2-inch digital gauge with customizable information for the driver and a 7.0-inch infotainment display. Want any bigger than that? Go with the a-spec model that, in addition to a bigger 9.0-inch infotainment cluster, also includes a wireless smartphone charging pad, a 5.3-inch heads-up display, and 3 USB-C charging connections throughout the cabin. The base stereo system has 8 speakers. However, an ELS Studio 3D premium stereo system with 16 speakers is also offered as an option. The Acura, at least for now, is offered in 3 trims. The cheapest is the base model, which costs $31,895. Higher than that, we have the A-spec model, and then finally, the top-of-the-line variant, the A-spec technology, whose estimated cost is around $36,895. And while the A-spec model is also not half bad either due to its sportier bodywork, 18-inch wheels, and the option of a 6-speed manual transmission, the absolute best of both worlds is the A-spec technology trim. In addition to the ability to go manual, you would enjoy features such as adaptive suspension, a 10.2-inch digital gauge display, a 16-speaker ELS sound system, and wireless smartphone charging, among others. So, what do you personally think about the 2023 Acura Integra? Would you buy it? Or would you ditch it for another vehicle in the same segment? Tell us about your thoughts in the comments below. This brings us to the end of this video. If you liked the video, please consider subscribing and sharing so we can keep bringing more content like this. See you next time!